Fix my tie? How dare you? I ran from across the house. My watch was wrong. It was a scary time. I almost left you. Oh, is this my panic room? Yes. I'm in my panic room right now because we do not know what's going to happen. Everything on the internet is scary and fake, and my wife's coming in to give me lots and lots of caffeine.
It looks like you're talking to Raphael Warnock.
I am talking to Raphael Warnock right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And then my handy dandy. Oh, am I holding it to show? Oh, I was just saying because I voted.
Yeah.
Look at me doing my part.
The boys are watching, so
Keep it clean.
keep it clean.
This is really a bad mother decision.
I'm not a mom today.
You're not a mom.
I'm just a woman.
So, guys, before 7 o'clock, there's a lot of stuff that we kind of just need to set up and to start talking about, okay? It is important that we do this. And then after I tell you what things were supposed to be, I need to start walking you through things changing. Because literally the moment as I was about to hit live on this show, my team was like, hey, by the way, this is changing. The polls are going to stay open till this. Now things are going to change. Yeah, but before I walk through that, I want to show you there's a few things that we're going to be doing tonight, right? We have the chat here. We're going to be talking with each other, answering questions. We're going to, oh my goodness, look, he hit the button himself. We're going to browse the internet. We're going to see what's happening with different sorts of updates. This is the safe for work list that we have. My team's also going to be scrubbing the web for any and all updates as they're coming in, so we can report. But also because Elon Musk just destroyed that website, I cannot use the main feed of that site without a possibility of something that will get the stream shut down showing up. We then, let me mute this and then hit this little guy, have, at the very least, Ben Wheeler from the team. Ben, you are on. Say hi. There's Ben. We also have, one second, Ben, your audio is not coming in because I have to do something really quick. And then we have our browser share here. Right, there's a lot of different stuff at play here. Okay, Ben, talk now.
Test.
There it is. So,
Test.
Hi, Ben. How would you introduce yourself to the people? Some people remember you from our test morning streams several months ago, but they haven't seen your lovely face in a while. How would you describe
I am
yourself?
the heartbeat of America, the pulse of America, the lifeblood that flows through this nation. Is that good? I do the TikToks, so I mean that's how my relation to Phil.
We fixed the audio.
Not through blood,
so
but
Ben
through
works with me
so.
on the TikToks. Just gonna check the chat. We're good on audio. We're good on audio. Oh God, this is the bad thing about having 28,000 people watching right now. Okay, we fixed it. So we're like 20 seconds behind. So we're gonna be going through a lot of stuff, but I did want to first walk through what the timetable of the night was supposed to be. Okay, I think it's an important thing to try to do. Actually, for that, Ben, I'm gonna come back to you shortly, my friend. Okay.
Later, Gator.
Later, Gator. I don't know why he does that. Okay, so we got a little picture of the map right here. So it is 6:37 p.m. Eastern time, right? The plan is that by the 7 o'clock hour, Indiana, Kentucky, Virginia, Vermont, South Carolina, Georgia, and most of Florida, the polls are supposed to have closed. Then in West Virginia, North Carolina, and Ohio, those are supposed to close at 7:30, right? The things that are going to be important to look out here, definitely, I would say Virginia. I know that that sounds kind of crazy, but a lot of people are looking to Virginia to see how much Harris is up. Right? A lot of people want to see, is she hitting those Biden numbers, which I believe in 2020 were closer to 10? Does she hit Hillary numbers, which are closer to 5? Right? Those kind of things matter. And we're going to go into the specifics on some of the important matters in these states in a little bit. But then the 8 o'clock hour is supposed to be our next big one. Right? That's when we have. And actually, if you're from any of these states, I want to see it in the chat. I have it on slow mode, so that you can't spam it too bad. But I want to know who's watching from where. At 8 p.m. Eastern, we have polls closing in Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania. That one kind of matters this year. The District of Columbia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, most of Michigan, most of Texas, most of Kansas. We have parts of South Dakota and North Dakota, and then the remaining parts of Florida, which, based off of everything I was seeing early on, I know you're not supposed to look at exit polls and stuff, looks blood red in Florida. I saw some people that were really randomly bullish on Florida moving blue. I mean, we'll see if something changes, but I don't think that's going to happen. Then what's supposed to happen is at the 9 p.m. Eastern spot, we get Arizona. Obviously, that one really matters. New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Louisiana, New York, as well as the remaining parts of Kansas, Michigan, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Texas, right? Then we go a little bit further. We hit the 10 p.m. Eastern hour. Also, I'm sorry to all my Californians that are like, why is he talking about this different, weird time zone? I know, I'm getting used to it too. Football at 11:30 p.m. At the 10 p.m. Eastern spot, we have Montana, Utah, Nevada, parts of Idaho, and most of Oregon. And then 11, we got California, Washington, the remaining parts of Idaho and Oregon, and then Alaska and Hawaii. Ben told me this morning, Alaska's going blue. And I was like, you can't smoke crack before we go live and start talking to people. That's not safe for me to allow on camera. That's not safe at all. Now, there is something that I want to talk about as far as initial results, okay? We talked about this in 2020. It was a very, very big thing. The first results we start seeing may not represent where they are going to end. Seems to make sense. If you pay attention, that's an understood. But because things work out a certain way, people use that as evidence that widespread voter fraud is happening, or just people trying to pull at anything to excuse that the way people voted did not match up. And that's a very scary thing, because going into this election, I'm seeing people on both sides sure that they're going to win, and I get a little nervous about what's going to happen. So what I would like to do is, if you didn't watch today's show, I luckily have a few people here with me to help. You might recognize them, and I think it's really important that I open the floor to them here in a moment. Okay? If we could just listen to them, I think that's an important thing to do. So here, let me get it ready. And here he goes. Phil, can you help explain the thing to the people? Yeah, no, you. Thank you, Other Phil, for that introduction, because we have some important stuff to talk about right now. Listen up, spread the word if needed, but tonight you are going to see a common trend across swing states. Very likely, Donald Trump will lead early on, and then Kamala Harris will suddenly start to catch up. And this isn't, as MAGA folks will suggest, proof that the Democrats are cheating in the election by dumping fake ballots, but instead it is a well-known phenomenon called the red mirage or blue shift. Now, in some ways, it might be slightly less pronounced this year, especially when you compare it to 2020, but in others, there are new rules in place that could help fuel conspiracies and lead to demands that votes stop being counted. So the question, why exactly does this illusion happen? Well, there are a few factors at play, like that rural areas, which often lean Republican, finish counting faster than urban areas, which are usually Democrat. Also, on top of that, Republicans usually favor in-person voting on the day of the election, while Democrats tend to prefer mail-in or early voting. Although a key thing is there might be a slight shift this year, as it seems that more Republicans have considered using early voting, with many states reporting upwards of 50% of registered voters using that method. So that's eaten away at mail-in voting, although those votes are still very likely to be instrumental in the election. And in both cases, there are often new rules in place that delay when those votes are counted, especially in battleground ones, where they're generally not allowed to be tallied until election day itself. And in the most extreme cases, things like mail-in ballots, they're not even tallied until after the polls close. So there's just piles of ballots sitting with poll workers that aren't allowed to be looked at or counted well until the day starts. Right? So when you hear stories about boxes full of ballots being dropped off, that's usually why. They're just being delivered in chunks to polling places for later counting, all of which ends up being used by conspiracy theorists to say that fake ballots are being dropped off. Right? Even Trump said that counting ballots after Election Day was an issue back in 2020, and many of his supporters have continued to push for all ballots to be counted on Election Day itself or not count. And this year, I mean, they're going to be in for some disappointment because pretty much every swing state has already admitted that they likely won't even have unofficial results by the end of the night. Because again, despite states getting these